Hello, I'm honored to be asked to speak with you today. My name is Quentin Schroeter and I'm a colleague of Matt Kuntz in the NAMI office in Helena, Montana. I'm not a psychiatrist. However, I have gained a modicum of knowledge concerning psychosis, simply by surviving 6 or 7 psychotic episodes. I can offer only personal subjective descriptions, which I hope will resonate with some of you in this very special audience. The condition of psychosis does not exactly come out of the blue. There's usually a building up process, and it probably occurs in distinctively different format for each person. However, one surefire precursor for a psychotic episode, or what formerly was called a nervous breakdown, is an extensive lack of sleep or insomnia. This situation can very well lead to exhaustion, or some persons, as a result of no sleep, can feel wired or unstable. Another way the onslaught of psychosis can come about is akin to the gradual rising of a flood. And eventually, some people, after a good stint of time, feel highly energized. But simultaneously, they can feel they are sinking and sinking deeply into quicksand until they are completely enveloped in thought patterns which are totally fragmented and confused. And these thought patterns do not in any way correspond to consensual reality. Frequently, when one is in this state of mind, his or her brain urges them to venture forth. They feel they must venture forth in any direction by walking, driving a car, or boarding a bus, train, or plane. They are driven by forces beyond, they feel driven by forces beyond their control. And they seem to be on a mission. They really do not know where they are headed, but they are in a great hurry to get there. Again, their thoughts are extremely jumbled. Such persons are no longer certain of their core identity, but they might have an image within themselves or a model outside of themselves, and they feel they are becoming a great historical figure. Such an adoptive stance is combined and undergirded with adrenaline and a sense of powerful invincibility. Of course, someone's rationality or logical understanding within themselves at this stage are completely absent, and their thoughts or ideation might at this particular juncture take concrete formation in some outward, aggressive, but aberrational act, which would be outwardly visible to others, including possibly a policeman or other law enforcement official. And if you are fortunate, in my view, an officer will detain that person long enough to lead him toward hospitalization, or, in the worst case scenario, toward jail incarceration. During all this time, a psychotic person demonstrates a kind of fearless bravado. But underneath this facade, he or she is a lost, frightened, and terrified individual. Obviously, if this afflicted person possesses a weapon, it compounds the problem threefold. And needless to say, under observation, his belligerent demeanor, presence, and attitude can be exceptionally disturbing to everyone he encounters. Also, occurring during this period of time are scattered bits and pieces of thoughts which are rushing and spinning in his mind. He or she tends to remain silent about his intentions, but he verbalizes and will talk to himself with incoherent gibberish incessantly. Remember, he is still on some path or aiming for amorphous destination, and he or she does not stop to rest at all. And while on this journey, he recklessly disregards traffic signals of any kind and feels compelled to take risky chances constantly. So it can be observed that while engaged in such a psychotic episode, his life is always precarious, and he or she definitely is a danger to himself or herself and potentially to others. Therefore, the only efficacious treatment, in my opinion, for such a condition requires directives of intensive, targeted, effective medications and therapy. And this choice of treatment is a highly complex process, which we will discuss next time. Thank you for listening.